So, good evening, everybody out there in Travel 10 land. This is our Thursday night webinar, and tonight I've got a lot of announcements to make and a lot to share with you. For most of you, you know what's been going on with Good Life. And obviously, this is our last month. Good Life is shutting down. And thanks to Hal Culbertson, who most of you know is actually the master distributor in Good Life, he's made it possible for those that want to come from Good Life into Travel 10 will be able to do so, and they'll be able to bring their genealogy with them, and they won't miss a beat. They'll just be able to pick up where they left off and go back to work. Now, that being said, a lot of different things happen over here at Travel 10. So what I'm going to share with you tonight is some of the things we're going to be doing here and where this company is going to be going in 2019. I think most of you know that in the past probably 6 months, you haven't seen as much of me as before. I mean, there's always been somebody, you know, Rob, I was kind enough to come in and run Good Life, and I've had other people helping out here and running Travel 10 for me. But one of the things that's kind of happened is that I looked at everything and said, you know what? This is what I like to do. This is what I've done all my life. I am the founder of the company, and I think it's time that I get a little bit more involved in everything we're doing going forward. So I've got a pretty big announcement to make next week. I'm going to make it next week, but I think everybody's going to be excited and happy with the announcement. So we just have to wait for that till next week. But I do have plenty of announcements for tonight. And I just want to share it before I get into these announcements, just a little bit about, I think, where we're getting ready to go here. Travel 10 was built with the idea that it could be a company that would go viral one day. Now, for a company to really have that kind of explosive growth, it just has to catch. You know, everything has to be right, and everything has to catch. And then when that happens, it's like a fire. Once it ignites, it just, you know, it spreads. And we haven't had that happen yet. But I can tell you this much: it will happen. You know, I spent my whole life in this industry, and I know when you get things the way they're supposed to be, and everything works the way it's supposed to work, and you deliver on what you deliver on. And I've had these conversations with a lot of you out there over this past year. Then good things happen, and that's what we're going to make sure happens here at Travel 10. We're going to deliver on our promises. We're going to do the things we said we're going to do, and it starts with me. And I must confess, you know, in this past year, I've struggled, like a lot of us, and I've been pushed in a lot of different directions and been torn between trying to do Travel 10 and Good Life and all the other things I do in life. And I haven't been as focused as I need to be. But I love this. I love this whole concept with Travel 10. And I know we're so close. I said, you know, I've just got to do what I know how to do. And that's come in here, be your founder, you know, be the person that you can depend on every day, day in and day out, and let's make this thing happen. So as we do this transition, I only call it transition because Good Life is shutting down, but as Good Life shuts down, and those of you that decide to join Travel 10 from Good Life do so, I just want you to know that you're going to see something a little bit different. We're going to have a company that's going to be doing all the things it's supposed to. Number one, you know, we'll never pay commissions late. I'm going to make that promise right now. I looked at everything we did wrong at Good Life and the things that happened and stuff, and the things we're still struggling with. And the one thing I want to do here, I'm going to pay commissions on time. When it's time to cut them, we're cutting the commissions. Our product, I know our product's going to be tremendous now. I mean, our backbone to what we have and what we're offering, it's there. It's solid. And let me tell you, it's actually getting better day in and day out. It's getting stronger and better, and we're building a bigger and a better backbone. This is going to support you in everything we do in the travel world. So we're going to have a tremendous product. And, you know, we're going to pay our commissions on time. Now what we've got to do is ignite the fire. We've got to create the excitement. We've got to create that excitement that everybody wants to be out. It's a buzz. Everybody's talking about Travel 10. Now that's only going to happen when you decide to engage, not me. I mean, I know I need to engage. I'm engaging right now. And going forward, I'm engaged, 100%. I'm here because I also believe that when you have that kind of conviction and passion about something, good things happen. And when you sit and believe something won't happen or it's never going to go in the direction you want to go, I can promise you, it'll never do anything. It'll never go. Your business will never grow. Nothing will ever happen until you decide, you know what? I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to do my part. So I'm promising you tonight, we're going to deliver on our end. And I've got some announcements to make tonight. And this is the start of what I'm talking about. And again, you know, it's one thing saying it, but let's kind of watch it happen, okay? And if we do and deliver what we say we're going to do in the coming, you know, weeks and months, then I think everybody's going to be very excited about the future and what they can expect to have happen here. So let's begin. All right. Number one, we're not going to rename the company right now. It's going to stay Travel Tent. We've looked at a lot of names. I came up with 2 or 3 I liked, and I had a lot of feedback from a lot of you in the field, which I really appreciate. Some of the things that sometimes when you see something and you like it and you don't really think it all the way through, you think, oh, that's really good, really good. And then you start getting feedback and you start thinking, it's not as good as I think it is. Now, sometimes it's just getting used to something that's new. But when I see something that just doesn't feel right, and I know that people are making comments that I think are very legitimate, then I got to look at that and go, you know, this is not the right name. And when we find the right name, and we will, because we're going to change the name, and I'll tell you why in just a second, but we are going to change the name. We're just not going to do it right now. Right now, we're going to stay Travel Tent. And when we change the name, it's going to be because of the fact that we're expanding our product line. And as we expand this product line into other types of products that, again, are going to give tremendous value, because our concept from this day forward, and always will be, we're going to be about the future of savings and earnings. That's what we're going to build this company around, the future of savings and earnings, that when people join Travel Tent, they know that every product that they purchase, it's going to give them a tremendous benefit, a tremendous value, and they're going to be saving money. Secondly, because of the way our program's set up, obviously, they're going to be earning from sharing the story. And that's what's going to be great for all of you. Now, we've got a tremendous marketing system. As a matter of fact, in my 45 years, I'm telling you, I've never come up with a better idea as far as a way to market is Unlock the Gift. And I'm going to tell you right now, the #1 enroller in this company is not most of you on this call tonight. It's my wife. Because she's taken the gift, you know, the Unlock the Gift, and just went out and did it and started sharing it. And she gets people excited, and they sign up and they get involved. Now think about that. My wife, who really, you know, doesn't even understand the industry, doesn't understand the business, you know, really just says, you know, doesn't even get into her back office the way she should, you know. I keep saying, baby, you got to back up. Yeah, I know, but I just want to go out and give the card out. It works. You know, I give the card out. You know, now I'll grant you, a lot of you haven't gotten the card because it's expensive. I get that. And one of the things I'm going to suggest to you tonight is, if you can't afford that card, and I get it, it's a beautiful card, and it does make an impact when you hand it out, but it is expensive. You know what? It doesn't matter. Just go into your back office under marketing and tools, take the card that's there, go to any print center, and get 1,000 of them made up. Just printed with the Unlock the Gift on the front and all your information on the back, and you're good to go. I mean, that's all you have to do. It doesn't have to be a event. If you just put that card out there, you're going to get response, because you're going to get people to take a look at the site. They're going to look at the video, and they're going to make a decision to either join the company, just take the product, or they're going to take the card. And guess what? Every time my wife hands the card out, one of the 3 things happens. So how can you lose? And so that's what I love about this concept, that we have the easiest concept in the world to share with people. Now, the one thing I want to do to add to that, though, and this is some of the things we're talking with some of the leaders about, and I was talking with Keenan about, is we want to do something to really attract, you know, some of the big time networkers, because our entry level, you know, $10 and $10 is phenomenal. There's nothing like that anywhere. And that is designed for the masses. And I do believe when this thing ignites, and it will ignite, we're going to have the masses join. And once it starts, it's not going to slow down. And so obviously when that happens, you guys' residual checks will just grow and grow and grow and grow. But to make that happen, we also need to get the people that are really business builders, people that are real networkers. We need to get them into this company. We need to get them excited about it. Because the truth is, they will drive a lot of that initial excitement, and they'll drive a lot of that initial activity. So how do you do that? Well, there's only one way you do it. It's called money. Because when people get involved in network marketing, they want to believe in the product, and they do believe in their products. They should. And we've got a tremendous product. But on top of that, they have to have something that excites them, a chance to really make serious income. So we're putting that in place next. So what we've done is this, guys, and I'm just going to go through this very quickly, because this is going to be unbelievable for all of you. Starting February 1st. February 1st. What is it? Not that far off. A couple weeks, right? Travel 10 will now be offering, and a lot of you coming up with Good Life will be able to just transfer right into that. We're going to be offering a luxury package. In other words, instead of having our $10 product like we've got right now, which is great, we're going to have a luxury package. That luxury package on the initial enrollment will be $99.95, and then all the months after that, $39.95. Wait till I tell you what happens with that money, because that's where it's going to drive the people that really want to build and make money into this business. But we're going to have that luxury package. We still have the 10-10 entry, and that's great for anybody who wants to come in and just get their feet wet and try to understand and start building residual income. Wonderful. You know, start just going out and sharing the gift. Unlock the gift, and see what happens. That's wonderful. But I think you're going to find, once you see the second part with the luxury package, a lot of people will be moving up to that package. They'll be upgrading to that because they're going to want to get involved in something we're going to be doing with that package, which is called a Fast Start bonus. Now, you heard a little bit about it already. And we are going to implement that coded bonus. I've looked at it. Keenan and I even had a discussion about it today. And it's the right thing to do. It will work. It will drive people crazy. It'll drive the networkers into this business, because what it'll allow them to do is have a tremendous product that they can share with people. But then with that coded bonus, it's going to create an amazing income for everybody. So let's talk about how this is going to work, okay? February 1st, we now have our standard package, and we have the luxury package. Anybody that's coming over from Good Life, which is a lot, I don't know how many, but there's going to be a lot coming in here, I believe, will be able to get that package for $39.95 a month. They will not pay the initial enrollment because they've already been, done that already over in Good Life. So we're going to grandfather that in and just say, look, he's come in at the $39.95. The beauty of that, though, is that it's less money than what they were paying before. And we're increasing a lot of the benefits in that luxury package. So that's going to make it really nice for everybody. Also, on that $39.95, there's $20 in cash commission. So think about this. Right now, the way our compensation works with our residual and everything is everybody's at a $10 product, right, which is $5 in customer commission. So what we're talking about here, when people start upgrading and people start coming in a lot more with the luxury package, you're talking about 4 times the residual income. 4 times the residual, just the residual we're talking about now. 4 times the residual income. And of course, you get bigger than that if people get more packages, more customers, and it continues to grow. But secondly, here's what we're also doing with that initial $99 when they first come at the initial setup and to get them into the program, is that there's a $50 Fast Start bonus. $50 Fast Start bonus. Now, again, a lot of you have seen it, but we're going to be training on this in Atlanta, and I'll be putting information out too, so people really understand what this means. But in simple terms, think about this, guys. Probably is again, the excitement grows and everybody sees what we have out here. And again, our entry levels are still ridiculously low, even with our luxury package. Well, as people start getting excited, probably about half the people that come in are going to come in on a luxury, half will come in on the standard. Who cares? Either way, you win, right? But here's what happens. After those first 2 come in under the luxury package, you now go into this unbelievable coded bonus that pays you, okay? On that third person that you put in, when they come in, you get $40 of that money. Now, 10's already been paid on the first 2, okay? But you get $40 on that person, right? But it's not just that person. What happens now, you got to put this, you got to understand what happens here. It's your third leg, right? And you got $40 on the first person. What happens to that person you just brought in and they get their first 2 people? Where does that money go? The money is paid on the coded bonus, the Fast Start, goes to you. So those first 2 people that new person brings in, that $40 on each one of them goes to you. Now, those 2 people bring in 2. That's 4, right? Who gets that? Who gets that $40 on those 4? Oh, goes to you again. Now it's 8. Again, because remember, the first 2 throughout the entire growth of that genealogy always goes to you. So, and again, remember, it's infinity. So think about this. It goes 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. It doesn't matter how deep it goes. I mean, it can be, when you start getting down, 5 and 10 generations down, it starts getting to 1,000 people, the entire $40 goes to you. Now, what happens when it gets 20 generations down? And no matter how big it is, because it's still 2 getting 2, no matter how wide it is at that point in time, from the 2 getting 2, the $40 still goes to you. Now this goes on forever. Not just, so you have to think about this. You put in that third person, let's say you put them in this month. Well, next month, obviously, you've got a few people and you're making that coded bonus on. But what about the next month, the next month, the next month, the next month? What about the next 2 years? What about the next 5 years? What about 10 years from now? No matter how big that gets, every month, you're getting paid on the new people that join the first 2. Now, that's only on your third leg. What happens if you go, well, since I got past my third leg, I guess I could have a fourth? Yes, you can. Same thing happens again. The first 2, the first 2, the first 2, the first 2, all goes to you. We had a fifth leg, first 2, first 2, first 2. And it doesn't matter how wide it gets, how deep it gets, it never stops. It all pays to you. Now, sometimes when you look at it, you say, this is impossible. How could that be? But it's not, guys. It works. And what I love about it is this is going to drive a lot of the people that are in this industry into the business, because they're going to look at this and go, you know what? While I'm waiting for my residual to build, because of this coded bonus and the way it works, I can make a serious income. But by the way, never goes away, because there's always new growth, always new growth. And again, it's not like anything before, because it doesn't matter how deep it is, you're still getting paid on it. You're still getting paid on it. And so this is going to be a tremendous a way for people to get involved in the business and build. It's going to be the networks. What that's going to do is bring a lot of the folks that will come in and just want to wet their feet and see what this is all about and do the $10 pack. And wonderful. We're going to teach them how to, hey, you can do that, and we'll teach you how to build it. But what you're going to be wanting to do is you're going to want to get into the luxury side of this business. You know, you're going to be doing fine with the standard side, the residual you're going to make there. But I guess you're going to probably want to get into the luxury side, because that's where not only is the benefits great from the product standpoint, and you're making a lot more money in residual, but now you got this coded bonus working for you. So guys, it's gonna be unbelievable. We're gonna go into extensive training on this in the coming weeks. We'll make sure everybody understands, you know, what you need to do and how you need to do it. And so it's gonna be exciting. Now, the next thing that's gonna happen is that, I want to make sure I got all this stuff for you guys. Oh, this is really important. Don't forget this. Canada. I've said in the past, and somebody got talking Good Life, well, we can't do anything about those of you that were in Canada in Good Life. Well, I found out we can. So actually, all of you in Canada, because we're all digital in Travel 10, in other words, there's no cards, right? We're all digital. So therefore, those of you in Canada can come join us. And guess what? You can build. You can build your organization as much as like now. The only thing you can't do, you can't get any of the old Good Life plastic cards. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is that's the next thing I'm going to talk about. A lot of people have asked. I have the cards from before. What do I do with them? Are they no good? They're perfectly good. Because one of the things we're going to do at Travel 10 is we're going to honor those cards. So any of you that have put out any cards before, I don't care if you put them out 6 months ago and they get used, you're going to get your commissions. And any cards that you have right now that you haven't put out, that you put out, you're going to get your commissions. So the card, the old Good Life card, is still going to work. We're just going to go in and we're going to buy them unless somebody else wants to buy them, but I don't think anybody's going to buy them because they got no way to make them work except for us. We can make them work, you know, to the travel side. So what we'll do is we'll allow everybody to take those old cards, still use them, but here's the beauty. When they go to the site, and remember, most of these are $200 cards. When they go to the site, it'll say, congratulations, your benefits have now been provided by Travel 10. And even better, your benefits, your savings have been increased from $200 to $1,000. Congratulations, save $1,000, whatever we put, we'll put whatever information we're gonna put on there, but now you can save $1,000 instead of $200, congratulations, and boom, they're off and running, okay? So you're actually gonna get more, and remember, somebody now that you gave out a $200 card, they use it, they get $1,000 in savings, they use that $1,000, you just earned $500. And guys, with the technology working, and it is working, and with us paying commissions like we are paying commissions now, guess what? You're going to get paid. And everybody's going to get paid, and everybody's going to be very, very excited. So that's the next thing. So Canada, come join us. You're welcome to. Secondly, your cards, they're good. You can continue to use them. Even those in Canada that have put out the old cards, we will honor those. We just can't provide new ones there, but we will honor the old ones. So those of you who might have some inventory, you can use them. So that's another good thing for everybody out there. Now, again, you know, this conversation I'm having right now, Travel 10, I'm talking a little bit about some of the folks that might be coming over for Good Life. I'm not going to be doing this in the future. I don't have to because I don't talk about anything that travels in. So those of you new and don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about that, okay? It's just a group of people coming from another company that are joining here and becoming a part of what we're doing going forward, which is good for all of us, okay? So that's the next one. So the last thing I got tonight is that, and make sure I got all my notes here. I usually don't use notes, you guys know that, but tonight I just really want to make sure that I didn't miss anything, okay? Okay, yep, okay, I'm down to this. This is good. On February the 16th, here at Country Club of the South, and everybody's got the address, from 10 to probably 1:30, probably won't go to 2, but from 10 to 1:30, we're going to be having a training. Now, it's going to be an opportunity in the morning, so you can bring your guest, anybody you want, at 10 o'clock, and then around 10:45, we'll go into the training. We'll take a little break, then go into the training, and we're going to train on the coded bonus. We're going to train on something also, I got to share with you right now too, I almost forgot. This is one of the things we'll be training on, is we're going to have a program just to get rid of, we got 3 million old Good Life cards there, right? But we've got a business program we put together. We want to give to you guys, and strictly use it for business, because you don't want to use the cards, to try to get people into Travel 10. You want to use Unlock the Gift. That's the way you get them into Travel 10. That's all you want to do is hand that out. But there's businesses out there that would love to be able to give the Good Life cards to their customers. And we're going to give you a program and a way to do this, by the way. You don't even have to pay for the cards. The cards are going to be free. Now, that's just until we use up the 3 million we've got. We got 3 million of those cards. But once they're used up, then we'll have to come to a different program. But initially, you guys can take advantage of this because you can be able to put this out into businesses, small businesses. They can hand out the cards. You still make your money on the back end. So that will be explained in detail also in Atlanta. So you want to be there because we'll be, really training on how to build this thing using the coded bonus, how to take out and build with Unlock the Gift. I want to make sure everybody understands all sides of the business and how it works, what we're going to be offering benefits. We've got some new products on the horizon. I'm not going to talk about those until they're in place, but we are going to be expanding our product line. That's a fact. We are moving into this whole concept of earnings and savings. And so to do that, we want to expand the product line. Travel will probably always be our focus, but it won't be the only products that we'll have. Right now, we've got a lot of lifestyle products that you can use. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it for tonight. I'm glad you joined us. To me, this is the start of everything. I am so happy that for me, that I just focus on one thing. I've always said, it amazes me when people go out and say, oh, I'm in this company, I'm in that company. I said, really? How do you do that? I'm not that good. For me, the only way I've ever become wealthy in my life is when I'm just laser focused on one opportunity. That's it. And when you do that, guess what? You become wealthy. Because I don't care how good you think you are, when you're out doing 10 other things, it's not good. It doesn't work very well. And trust me, I know. And so I always know that every time I'm focused and say, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going, this is what I'm going to accomplish, good things happen. And so, guys, I look forward to seeing you next week. Again, I got a big announcement next week for you, so you don't want to miss it. And bring anybody that hasn't been coming to these calls. Make sure they're here next week. And with that, I'm going to say good night. And I'm excited to have all you guys on board. Let's go to work. It's 2019. Good night, everybody.